Good morning, class. I just wanted to do my usual bit on what is on the agenda for today. We are at day 13, and today is our first day of a lesson before dying. We will finish the novel before the end of the week, so this whole unit is done Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The rest of next week is just summative stuff. I say just, but it's still a lot of work, so it's a real push to the finish, and tomorrow is one of those heavy days like we had last week when we were finishing up Unit 2. So, first things first, you're going to do a quiz. This is testing your reading comprehension of the story. This is why I asked you to have the first 100 pages of the novel read. So if you don't have the first 100 pages of the novel read, read the first 100 pages before you take this quiz. There's also a discussion. All of these things are in Activity 3. You'll notice we just go straight into Activity 3 because I've deleted Activity 1 and 2. And there's also a Dropbox assignment. So let's go and see what it looks like. So, Unit 3, the struggle for freedom. You might sense that there's a theme in this whole entire course centering around the idea of freedom. So if we go to the content for Activity 3, we're going to see some things. And look, there's even a beautiful stop sign that if you haven't read it, that's the first thing on your agenda. So we're reviewing the idea of conflict, and this is review from the short story unit, and the plot graph is there. You should have probably already seen this in 2D, but just in case you haven't, it's there for your knowledge. So we're doing everything on this page today, so have fun. Sorry. What I want you to do, this is one of the discussions that will be marked, so I'm looking for a robust discussion. I want to see page numbers in responses to other people's comments. The usual is one post and 2 responses. So that response might be a dialogue between one other person. So if I respond to David, and then he responds back to me, and then I respond to David, and he responds back to me, we've both done our 2. So we're good. You don't have to talk to 2 different people, but I want you to be reading through the discussion board. This is going to be so helpful when you get to your summative because you control the discussion board and get ideas and become inspired. So take the time to do it. The Dropbox activity is conflicts, where you are going to create a chart and look at conflicts that are important in the novel. So I want you to identify the different part of the plot, the example from where it happens in the novel, so like and then the quotation. So please read this paragraph here if you are confused, because we're going to be looking at internal conflict between Grant and himself and the external conflict between Grant and the various elements in the story. So you can make this however you want. If you prefer to do something different, like a mind map, that's totally fine, but I want these 3 things for different conflicts in the story. So go for it however you want. And then the quiz is here. The quiz is a mix of plot and stuff that's happening in the novel. So that is today. It should be enough to keep you busy because you also have to have the rest of the novel read by tomorrow. So that is included in your 4 to 6 hours. I highly recommend you just download the PDF to somewhere, some tablet or some phone, and just get outside and read because we're looking at another beautiful day tomorrow. Another thing, if you haven't gone to Simply Book Me, you need to do that now. A lot of people have already done it, so this is my friendly reminder. If you go to this link right here, which is in yesterday's news item, it'll take you to Simply Book Me. It's really easy. I'm booking you in 15-minute chunks, but our interview will only be 10 minutes. So it gives me 5 minutes of wiggle room in case I have to pee. As you can tell, I'm like completely booked from 11 to 4:45. So that doesn't include me eating or breathing or peeing or anything. So I have that 5 minutes of wiggle room to make sure that everyone gets to their interviews on time. So I still have some morning interviews available. So feel free, you just click on one, then you put in your first name, last name, and your email. It's so easy. Alright, so that is what's on the agenda for tomorrow. I will be marking your mini essays tomorrow and giving you feedback ASAP, and I hope that everything's going well. We're almost there.